Why do I love the 1950s? I don't know. I think it's a great time. Wish I was there. Short hair, crew cut. All the radio equipment's built to last. I mean, it's the greatest time ever. The 1950s ham radio gear typically consists of separate vacuum tube receivers and transmitters. 1950s AM transmitter is fun but dangerous. That is a classic 1950s ham radio shack. Looks like he's got a couple of Heathkit Apaches on the left, maybe a Johnson. I see a Helicrafters. I think there's a Heathkit, another one over there. A couple big old Helicraft. I had one of these speakers when I had my SX100. Why did I get rid of that? Seriously, the 1950s were the golden era. I mean, Johnson, Hammerland, Helicrafters. This thing is, no one's ever made this again. The Johnson Desk Kilowatt. This thing is a monster. There's a few of these around, but basically this desk is a big old 1,000 watt amplifier. W0 Zulu Kilo Echo, the 1950s. Not sure what kind of receiver or whatever. This one might be the transmitter. You got an oscilloscope to monitor a signal. I mean, this is just, oh man, I wish I could go back in a time machine back to 1950s, like right now. Senator Joe McCarthy gains power in McCarthyism. No. We got 1950 McCarran International Security Act, and the Korean War begins in 1950. I think one of the coolest fighter planes from the 1950s, the Grumman F-9F Panther. This thing looked really cool. This thing was a beast of the sky of the 50s in the Korean War. And of course, the famous F-86. This thing gave the Russian MiGs a run for their money big time. And let's not forget the classic 1950s Fleetwood. This thing was awesome. The Fleetwood Cadillac. This is a 60s special. This thing's awesome. Harry S. Truman was the president until 1953 when Dwight D. Eisenhower took over after that. Air travel was totally awesome. I mean, when you get on a plane to go someplace, yeah, it may have taken longer and the big props going on. There was probably some up and down going on, but the food, the dinners, the seats, it was awesome. Also, traveling by train. My parents used to hit the train station down in Minneapolis and go back and forth. Trains went everywhere. Everything seemed to be a golden age of trains. This is big mother. Look at this. Look at that. Is that even real? Yeah. No way. Like you're sitting in your living room driving around on a train. I suppose if you were in the 1950s, this wouldn't be obvious to you, but looking back from what I can see from history, seems like it'd just be a slower time, I guess. Maybe you could sit back and contemplate things a little more. There are also some great films in the 50s, I think, too. I just love the 50s. Some of these old films are just, you can still watch them today. And what I liked about some of the script writing back in these films, I don't know if the Twilight Zone was in the 50s, but whatever. There was some real hardcore storylines in some of these films. They're even hard to watch today. One of the best classic sci-fi films, I think, of most of them. The Day the Earth Stood Still, 1951, or two, Otto, whatever the guy's name is, Scrooge! Christmas Carol, 1951. The original one before this is really hard to watch because the quality's pretty crummy, but just the effects in this film when Marley comes into the guy's house, it's insane, man. Diary of a Bad Seed, 1956, another hardcore movie. So, I don't know, it seemed like the script writing was just different back then. You can love it or hate it. Godzilla. And just AM radio, the AM radio was big. AM radio stations everywhere, and the radio shows on mystery radio shows, all these dramas on the radio were going on pretty strong in the 50s too. That would have been cool. Now you have to just go to YouTube and download them and then play them through another AM transmitter and try to make the sound quality sound all rickety and scratchy like the 50s so you can pick it up on your old receiver. That's what I'm going to do because I want to just go back in time that way. 1950s, I'll look on that time period with a lot of interest, and hopefully the 1950s amateur radio handbook can kind of help me and you go back and look at those days and see they really did do some quality stuff, and it was a really good time in history, I think. CLG 73, I gotta go. See ya.